What's going on YouTube? Pistol Pete here. As you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be doing the proper chopper. The proper mother trucking chopper by Zeke Manacho. Now, this is 4 blades that were sent to me by Scab at Choir Boys Cutlery. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you for helping me grow my channel and just being a good dude, man. If you don't sub to Scab, go sub him, man. He's a good dude all the way around, man. Like, just how he is in his videos, how he is in real life. Just a all-around, down-to-earth brother of the blade, man. Just a good dude. So he sent me 4 blades to test. They'll work tough, as you can see. Go watch my last 3 videos. Those are the last ones. I saved this one for last just because it's going to be one of my favorites, I have to say. I'm a little bit biased about this one because I personally know the designer, Zeke Manacho. I met him in person at Blade Show in Long Beach. And come to find out, he lives in Long Beach. So, I message him now and then, and we talk, shoot the shit now and then. So we've been planning trying to get together and, maybe grab a beer out there somewhere in Long Beach, because where he's at in Long Beach, California is only an hour away from where I live. So it's fairly close, and it wouldn't be that far of a drive at all to meet up and go grab a beer or something. I have a friend that owns a boat, so maybe take a ride out to Catalina Island or something, have a fun weekend or something, so that's still in the works. With the baby though, my baby's gonna be 1 year old next week, so with that going on, it's hard to make stuff happening. Every week's a new venture for me, especially working 2 jobs and having a baby. So try to make it happen. We're gonna try to make it happen in the future. So that's what I'm saying. I saved this one's just the last just because it's my favorite. They're all badass blades, all work to knives in general, man. All these designers are so creative. They're so inventive. I mean, they all have their own little flair, their own unique, just little twist to every blade. So, and then this is, like I said, I just say this because because of my boy Zeke. He's a good dude. So let's just get into it, man. Look at this freaking thing. What a freaking beast. So of course, how Work Tough does it. They have all these lashing points here. Still has your little drainage hole right there. Taco style sheath Kydex. Very, very little wiggle in this big ass knife. In there, really secure though. This ain't going nowhere. Let's check a look at this blade. Look at this freaking thing. Just a beast. Look at that. Man, I mean, it's just insane, man. Look at that. It has his logo there. Now, it is like a sax style. In his description, it's called out as a cleaver blade, but almost like a modified between a cleaver and a sax. I don't know. It's just nuts. Just freaking nuts, man. This thing is just... So that's what they call it, the proper chopper, man, because this thing's just built for chopping. So we'll go over the specs of this. So you got a little over a 16-inch blade altogether, overall length. Yeah, 16-inch. You got a 11.5-inch cutting edge. Over a 1/4-inch thick spine here, or spine thickness. Nice freaking infinity fuller, just goes through. Nice little lashing point there. And then also has a lanyard as well in the back. You got yourself G10 handles, and you know how Work Tough does their G10, just freaking flawless. Blue liners, obviously full tang. This thing, you gotta have it full tang. Something this crazy and this big, man. Just awesome. Just a freaking awesome blade. And just to show you the size comparison, I brought out the Dringer blade to show you. It's like the big brother to this one, man. And this is a bitchin' little blade. This one's awesome. This one's badass. But if you need to do some heavy work, some heavy chopping, you want to take this. Obviously, this would be more realistic for long hikes, if you're going to go a couple weeks out in the wilderness and stuff because of the weight. Every ounce counts when you have a backpack full of shit and you're hiking up mountains and stuff. But if you're just gonna do some, you just want to do some around the camp or around your compound, you want to do some log smashing, man, this is the one right here. This is the one. And for people that are not familiar with Work Tough and maybe have never had a Work Tough or seen one, in these two here, I'm gonna give you a comparison how big this blade is. So everyone, if you're a knife guy, any knife guy knows the BK9. And let me just show you the BK9 compared to this thing. That thing dwarfs the BK9. And this BK9 is modified, obviously. This is my custom one that I had engraved and stripped. Just bitchin' work White Hines did for me. But just wanted to show you the comparison and how freaking big this bastard is. So you definitely want to, I mean, I would recommend this for smaller guys. You know, it's a heavy ass big blade, but I can handle it. You need to have some power behind your punches. If not, this will wear you out. This will wear your arm and your wrist out if you're not used to swinging big things like this around, you know. I love it though. This is right up my alley, man. If you all know me, you follow my channel, I love big monster freaking choppers. I mean, stuff that's just, you know, people, the trolls will say, oh, those are non-functional, those are ridiculous. I love them. I love that. You know, the more ridiculous the blade, the more badass for me it is. I love it, especially on these big, huge freaking knives. And this one is just badass. There's no choil, but really no choils needed. It does have this finger groove here where you can, you know, get up pretty close to the damn edge there, and then just put your thumb back here, and we'll do some. But realistically, you're not gonna be doing any freaking, maybe some feather sticking, but you're not gonna be doing any type of close type work with this. What's cool about these too is you can get with your lanyard here. You could put something on there, put it around your wrist, slide it up, and you could do fine work like that. But again, are you really going to be doing fine work with a big blade like this? I mean, I guess you could. You could if you had to, right? If this is the only tool, I'd rather have this big ass blade than a little tiny blade if I was stuck somewhere trying to survive in the wilderness. So to me, it's no big deal. It's awesome. I love this, and it's contoured just perfectly. It has this nice little flare right here for, you know, so it doesn't slide out of your hand. Good grip. I have about XL hand, and it fits my hand good. You still have room left over, so if you have a 2-3 XL hand, you're good. You're good to go. Yeah, just a bitchin' design, bitchin' blade. Again, Zeke knocked it out of the park. Work tough. Just awesome. I can't wait to just slam this thing around. I mean, these are all borrowed blades from Scab, so they're already used and abused, and I know these are going to hold up like crazy, but I just want to have my turn swinging this bad boy around, dude. And this is going to be the, like I said, out of the 4 he sent me, this is the final review for the 4 he sent me. And hopefully I'll be getting some more from him in the future I can demo for you guys. So let's get started. I can't wait to swing this freaking thing around, man. It's going to be so fun to see how this thing how it just smashes through shit. Let's go. Let's start with the can cut. Oh, clean. All right. Bottle next. Bottle cut time. Boom. Okay, let's chop through this old bedpost here. Make sure there's no screws in here. You know, if this is not my blade, it's Scabber's, so I don't mess anything up. So this is just all wood in this portion here. Let's chop it in half. Man, look at the bites that thing's taking out. Man, this is definitely the proper chopper. And that's exactly what I was talking about, how for camp, like around camp or around your compound, if you can chop your log up, don't worry about the weight, right? You're not worried about the weight at that point. Look at that. Just flinging wood. Just look at that. Bam. Tearing through it like nothing. And this is solid oak. This is oak, guys. This is made for the bedpost to last forever. This is probably a 50-year-old bed here. The wifey wanted a new one, so we got a new one. This one's getting old. Killing it. Look at that. I'm gonna stop right there because the dog's getting too close to me, but you guys get the picture. let's do a little bit of a point of view chopping here, so you guys can see how this swings down. See the material. And I'm barely putting any effort. I'm just lifting it up and letting it fall. Look at that. Just letting it fall. Very minimal. Just an okay flick. As you can see, I'm pretty much just doing that. Just an okay flick. And it's just removing material. Boom. Okay, let's do some 4-foot drops and some hard downward throws. And check out the balance and I would say the tip, but you know, these tips are a little thinner than normal, but this one's actually pretty fairly thick, especially on these style cleaver sacks. They usually make them thin, but this one is pretty damn thick and robust. I still won't go prying with it because it's not designed for that, but it's pretty damn, and like I said, and Work Tuff's heat treat is just on point all the time. So I wouldn't recommend it, but I don't think you would do too much damage. You did light prying with it, but we'll see how everything holds up. Everything's still tight. Like I said, in Scabbard, I reviewed all these blades and they're still freaking flawless. I mean, this edge, you saw chopping through that log and everything. I didn't touch it, I didn't do nothing to it. No nicks, no folds, no rolls, no nothing in this edge. Just perfect. All right, let's do it. Move, Blue. Move, buddy. Come on, over this way. Over here. Over here. Okay, I think you should be okay right there because I'm just going to do 4-foot drops first. Pretty straight. Okay, he's far enough back so I can do a hard downward throw. I'll do it at an angle so it won't deflect towards him. Boom! Look at that. Man, it's in there. Ugh, I lift the log with it. Bam! Look at that. That thing sunk in so deep. Look how deep that sank in. Man. Alrighty. One last time. Ugh. Man, it's in there. Man. I don't want to be on the wrong end of that knife, dude. Man. Ugh. Flawless. Nothing's loose. Everything's tight. Come on. Let's see how this beast does with some feather sticking or some shaving here. So again, like I said, there's no choil, but it goes pretty damn close here. Put your thumb up here. I'm sure you have no issues. Yeah. And this isn't really the best wood to be doing this kind of stuff with because it is dry, old, hard wood. So you can see, I don't know if it's showing there, but it's just falling. I'm not really catching the feathers here. There we go, a little bit here. I just knocked them off there. Yeah. I mean, it's creating them, but they're just falling off, right? You can see them all right here. You guys can see that. Just all right there. They're just falling off onto the... But it is doing it. And it feels pretty comfortable. Even with the weight of this, it's not too bad. There's a little learning curve. Probably the easier way to do it. Like, you know, more than one way to skin a kitty cat, as the expression goes. This is probably the better way. Yeah, the better and faster. Again, they're just all falling off. I mean, it's doing it, but it's all just falling off onto the floor here. But, all right, let's see. Let's do some penetration wax here and see how deep this will stick into the side of this log here. I'm gonna smack it down and see how far it goes in. And pretty damn deep. Let's try that again. And I was let you know, guys, very minimal shock in the hand when this swinging this. I was telling you guys, no hot spots at all. It's a big, heavy blade. You know, I do feel a little fatigue in the wrist just because it's so heavy chopping down a tiny bit, but nothing major, you know. And as far as any rubbing or any hot spots anywhere on the blade, nowhere. I mean, it swings down like a dream, man. Proper chopper again. Man, look at that. Almost getting down to the fuller. You know what? I think I could probably get it down to the fuller. Let's check it out. You guys seeing that? I'm almost getting it down into the damn fuller there. That's a deep bite, man. Look at that. literally like half an inch from the fuller. Man. Last one. Ooh, man. Awesome, guys. Awesome. All right, let's give it a throw at the log here. See how this thing flies. Boom. Man, you guys hear that thud? Boom. Holy crap. That's just awesome. Ugh. Man, can you imagine getting that thing thrown at you? Holy crap. One more time. Boom. Damn. Okay, that's it for the proper chopper and my little demo on this, man. This thing is freaking badass, man. Just awesome blade. Awesome blade, awesome design there, Zeke. Just bitchin' looking, man. This thing's like out of a horror movie, dude. Just nuts. Awesome, exactly like the name says. Awesome proper chopper. It is an awesome chopper and a proper chopper. That Ford cant really gives you that freaking hack down. You see how that on the log, how deep it was going? It was going like to here. I was almost getting into the fuller, how deep I was penetrating that log. And surprisingly, you see how it threw. This thing throws like an arrow too, man. This thing would, man, I would not want to get anywhere in the body with this freaking thing, man. You're doing major damage. Just a bitchin' knife, man. I love it. I love it. The handle feels good, ergonomic. Just everything about it. Everything about it I love. I love it. It's just awesome, man. Awesome design. Awesome, obviously with work tough. The fit and finish, awesome. The edge held up absolutely. So I was doing slamming it into wood and just chopping through everything. I was even playing with it because I got this about 2 weeks ago from Scab, and I was playing with it outside, chopping other stuff just to see how it felt, and just awesome, awesome. Like I said, it is a heavier blade, so you will, after for chopping for an hour or two, you start feeling a little bit of fatigue right in here, a little bit, but nothing. I mean, obviously for me, it's not that big a deal because I do a lot of lifting and I do I do a lot of chopping too. I've been doing a lot of yard work lately too, trying to clean up the backyard here. And then my dad has 4 acres of property. I'm gonna do a video over there pretty soon too, so show you guys. And we do a lot of freaking work over there, man. He has a lot of brush and trees and shrubs that we're chopping up. So not that big a deal. And like I said before, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, blades like that are unpractical. You're not gonna, you'll never use a blade like that. I do. I know a lot of my other knife buddies do. I know Scab does. I know, I mean, there's just, any blade guy uses it, and you want to do work fast, get it done with something like this, you could do a lot of work with a machete, but you're not chopping through like that oak frame that I did with a machete. That would take you freaking hours. You need something like this with a thickness like that, with that cant that is going to just chop right through. You see how fast it took me? Not even like 3 minutes to almost chop that thing in half. I stopped because the dog was behind me, and then I also stopped because I noticed there was a screw on the second board right below it, and I'm not going to start hammering in a screw. So you can see this edge is still flawless. I didn't hit no screws or nothing like that, but this isn't mine, so I don't want to get too carried away or too careless with it. But it's awesome, man. Awesome, awesome knife. And I find these very practical. Even like I said, a lot of people will say, a lot of trolls, and I get a lot of reviews, especially my bigger blades. Oh, that's so dumb. That's useless. That's a useless knife. It's not practical. You can make anything practical, and when you're doing a lot of heavy chopping, this is very practical. Yeah, is it practical to take with you to freaking, on grocery shopping trip? Of course not. But hiking up in the mountains, if you're going to go for a 5-day hike and you're going to think you're going to carry this big-ass thing on the side of you or in a pack, nah, you're going to want to put things something smaller and lighter. But if you just want to go and do some work, just some heavy, hard use, hitting work, man, this is it right here. This is it. All right, guys, please like, subscribe, share, and until next knife, gun, or whatever.